if you would have 500 euros, would you give it to Axl Rose? Would you buy Use Your Illusion limited edition box set? Well, you don't have to do that. I already bought it for you. So now we could take a look at this heavy box set. I received it today via post, and it had several layers of packaging, which actually not so eco-friendly, I have to say. Well, Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion. This box set consists of 12 LPs, 2 with the Use Your Illusion first part, 2 with the Use Your Illusion second part, and 2 live shows, live in New York and live in Las Vegas. Well, as you could see, front cover represents 2 albums together. Also, this box has a really nice back side, as you could see. But well, let's check out the contents. Well, of course, it's not so cool as Locked and Loaded edition of Appetite for Destruction, and the price was double, 1,000 euros. Well, let's see what we're gonna have in this edition. This one is a hardcover book with some rare pictures and stuff. So we could see the best Guns N' Roses lineup here, pictures from different shows and so on. I already briefly took a look at this hardcover book, and I have to say, well, for this price maybe I would expect more. For example, some interviews with participants, because actually Use Your Illusion first and second parts, they had pretty huge amount of additional musicians, and well, they all probably would have something to say about it. Well, but still, this hard book, I could say that's pretty interesting, but I'm not gonna show you every page of it, because it's like 100. It would take too much time. This is a Blu-ray with a Live in New York, and yeah, well, let's take another brief look on all these crazy times of Guns N' Roses. As you could see, they did literally everything to impress public, and well, that wouldn't be exaggeration that yeah, they were one of the biggest acts at that time in 1991, 1992, along with for example, Metallica, because they had a tour, they toured together. That was also lots of stories connected with that. Well, here I wanted to show you something, but yeah, the font is kind of too small to show it properly for you. So yeah, what else could we see in this book? Well, for example, all the singles, yeah, and that's the thing. For example, in Locked and Loaded edition of Appetite for Destruction, they had replicas of singles, and this edition doesn't have it, probably because now it's more expensive, and yeah, they didn't want to make it more expensive than it is. But like, personally, I like singles very much, and it would be actually better than the LPs with live shows, in my humble opinion. So this is a Blu-ray with actually multi-channel sound, 7.1 5.1 in stereo, so at least this concert not gonna disappoint you. And we have exclusive bonus collectibles, as it's written in a description. So I don't know, because this all replicas, personally I wouldn't find it super interesting or exciting. Well, okay, wonderful stickers. Not my case, I have to say. So band photos 7, so 6 of the current at that time line up, plus Steven Adler, because he participated in this album on Civil War song. So yeah, 7 photos. And this is newsletters for Conspiracy Incorporated. Newsletters. Well, I cannot actually. Well, you could probably see something from this, but yeah, font maybe is not so big. So this is information about tour, official merchandise, order form. As you could see, it was expensive. Also at that time, it was also expensive. So yeah, Guns N' Roses, Metallica, who's gonna get your money? They have a wonderful competition. Okay, well, let's take a look at another page of this. Well, looks rebellious, I have to say, from the guys. No, okay, fun, but well, not so much, I have to say. This is a poster. It's actually pretty huge. Guns N' Roses. Yeah, that's how it looks. What else? Yeah, this is something. Yeah, it's called Lethus, or I don't know if I pronounce this correctly. As you could see, they have double effect. So yeah, double design, red and blue colors, different pictures in red and in blue. Good, interesting effect. It's not like stereo, but yeah, kind of for I don't know, guys that prefer aesthetical design or so. Yeah, I actually cannot think, like, maybe some who could be interested in that. Well, maybe for some it could be interesting. Not for me though. Okay, and one in red. In red is like, yeah, maybe not so impressive in red, but let's take a look anyways. Okay, this is a coma. This is some heart, and I don't know, what is it, ice. In blue, Civil War, and some flowers. So You Could Be Mine, amazing song from the Terminator Part 2. Okay, wonderful lyrics. And last but not least, Angels. Yeah, so now come LPs with live shows. This one live in Las Vegas. So vinyl. The cover of the LPs, the covers, they consist of thick cardboard. Actually, yeah, maybe it's this is where the advantages almost end. For example, inner cover, inner dust sleeve. Well, it's not polylined for 500 euros, and you don't have polylined dust sleeve, which is kind of disappointing. Also, this box set doesn't have, for example, a digital format. Black Album by Metallica box set had it, like several gigabytes of music, and here we have nothing. Also, well, I cannot say that these bonus collectibles are useful or super exciting, along with live shows on vinyl. So in comparison with Locked and Loaded Appetite for Destruction edition, this one obviously the way weaker, and the vinyl edition 100% overpriced and not necessary. Yeah, for this kind of money you could expect more. Yeah, so let's say a couple of words about remasters. Of course, I didn't have a chance to listen and compare all two albums, because it's like more than 140 minutes of music, but I selected some tracks and compared it with old non-remastered version. And I have to say, well, so for some tracks new remaster works, for some tracks it doesn't. I didn't like it for example, for Don't Cry. I think this track lost, I think, its charm, but it works for November Rain in my taste. So yeah, in new remaster you could actually hear every little detail. It's more pronounced, but sometimes, yeah, songs, they lose their charm because it should be a flow. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So now come two albums: Use Your Illusion Part 1, Use Your Illusion Part 2. This vinyl, at least design of it, is pretty close to the original version. The only difference that I found, some songs credited not only to, for example, Axl Rose like before, but to the all members of or more members of Guns N' Roses. I don't know the reason, maybe because of some contracts, maybe because of some financial reasons, I have no idea. But yeah, so let's slide to conclusion. This limited edition box set is obviously overpriced. Vinyl version obviously not worth buying. That's extremely expensive, and like Terminators in a video, you could be my set once, it's a waste of ammo. Yeah, so this box set is a waste of money. Yes, it looks good, but nah, waste of ammo. Thank you, and see you later.